What? They upgraded us. I think I might cry. This is beautiful. A Disney resort inspired by the Pacific Northwest. Yep, we are at Disney's Wilderness Lodge. And we just got pixie dusted from a deluxe studio to a one-bedroom villa, which I'm sure you guessed by the title of this video. Hi, I'm Christina, and my husband and I are celebrating our 13-year anniversary. And we wanted to celebrate by staying at a Disney resort while our kids are being babysat by Grandma and Grandpa. Thank you so much. And we got a little getaway, so we are staying at Disney's Wilderness Lodge. Not to be confused with Disney's Fort Wilderness, which I got confused by those all the time. Disney's Fort Wilderness is where the campgrounds and the cabins are. Disney's Wilderness Lodge is more of a lodge feel. Pacific Northwest inspired. They have standard hotel rooms and villas, plus fancy Copper Creek cabins. One day we'll get there, but today we are staying at a one-bedroom villa, and that's not what I booked. I booked a deluxe studio, so I'm so excited to show you what a one-bedroom villa looks like. Let's take a tour. Okay, right when you come in, you are greeted by the kitchen as well as a giant foyer, however you want to say it. So let's check out the kitchen. And I love all the wood and tree theming to this. I mean, like I said, this is themed to the Pacific Northwest, and I'm from the Pacific Northwest. Well, I'm from Spokane, Washington, which is on the eastern side of the state of Washington, but still, we've got lots of pine trees there too. So let's do a rapid fire kitchen tour. Starting off with this big cabinet right here. Oh my gosh, look at the back. Little totem pole graphic, that is awesome. Toaster. Pot holders, ice bucket, cooking utensils, kitchen gadgets like wine bottle opener, can opener, knives, cheese grater, measuring spoons, potato peeler or vegetable peeler, bottle opener, other bottle opener, and a very sharp looking knife, as well as a little knife. Pots and pans, pitcher, Tupperware, colander and mixing bowl, baking dishes and cutting board, measuring cup, Keurig for all your coffee and tea needs, coffee, well, just coffee, decaf coffee, regular coffee, no tea. I'm a little disappointed. Creamer, sugar, more coffee. Apparently, if you stay here, you only drink coffee. Sorry. So it's the next morning, and I asked housekeeping if it would be possible to get some tea here, since I'm not a coffee drinker, and all they have is coffee in the room. And they brought this. I have enough for 20 cups of tea, and I'm checking out today. So, well, it'll be here for the next person. I love it. Thank you, cast members. Silverware and serving utensils, trash and recycling. Oh, that's nice little drawer. Microwave, stove, oven. I'm guessing an empty drawer. Mugs, bowls, serving bowl and platter, plates, smaller plates, sugar dish, and more mugs. Nice deep sink, complete with dish soap, sponge, and dish towel. But there's more dish towels right there. And underneath the sink, you have extra paper towels, another dish towel, because you can't go wrong with those, another sponge, dishwasher soap, and more dish soap. Plus, of course, the drying rack itself. Wine glasses, short glasses, and kid glasses. Bigger glasses with another kid glass. Paper towels, and your full dishwasher. Plus you got the fridge over here, complete with our water bottles, not included when you stay. ice maker. That's really nice to have just ice grab and go. Fill up your water bottle before you're heading into the parks. Let's see, is there anything up here? No. And then you have this beautiful living room area. A table to seat 6 people plus. Nice little couch. Coffee table and a chair. And the coffee table does open to storage. So check that before you leave and make sure your children don't crawl in there and hide. Then you got this beautiful dresser with lots and lots of drawer space. Ooh, pretty curtains. And then you have the Murphy bed. So I think these are in the actual resort lobby. So cool. And here is the Murphy bed, and look, it's Brother Bear. It's a sad movie, but it's still a good one. That's so cute. You have a nice lamp, window, and Hey Disney, which is like an Alexa, but Disney version. You can ask it lots of things, so play with it or have your kids play with it. It's fun. There's even a guide to help you. You can say all these things and more. Oh, hey to Mickey. And I love that there's like an outlet on the end, at the end of the table with a USB port, and it just looks very updated. Pretty artwork behind the table, behind the bench here. What's interesting is it feels very compartmentalized. Like, so this living room is like its own space. It's like its own room, really. So if you have a bigger family and they want to stay out here, you can do that and feel more separated, but still in the same space. Does that make sense? A drawer right underneath the bench here. That's nice. Okay, now let's tour the foyer here with the main bedroom. What's in here? Oh, okay. Woo, okay. So big closet. You got your safe, hangers, luggage rack, extra pillows and blankets, laundry basket, ironing board, and a place for vacuum and broom if you were to need it and they were to provide it, which they have not. That's a big closet, my goodness. And then you have the sliding door over here, which has the laundry, which is my first clue that we are not in a deluxe studio, because deluxe studios don't have washer and dryers. Only 1 and 2 bedroom and 3 bedrooms do. But yeah, you got your dryer and washer with enough soap for 4 loads of laundry. Each one has 2. And then you turn over here and there's a nice little cubby space happening here. You can see my purse is already hanging up. I love the hooks. Little cubbies. Great for kids. And a little tiny drawer. Holy cow. And then to the right is the bathroom. The one and only bathroom with a toilet, you know, your royal throne. Beautiful sink. Look at this countertop. Wow, that's so pretty. I don't think the camera is picking up how pretty this is. There's some sparkle to it. It's really nice. And you have your bath soap and lotion and extra washcloths. I love that. And you have drawers, more towels. This I bet has a hairdryer. Nope, I was wrong. Maybe the hairdryer doesn't fit. Maybe the hairdryer is, oh, extra toilet paper and tissues. I'm not seeing a hairdryer. That's, oh, I think it's in the other vanity. There's a second vanity. Okay, we'll get to that in just a second. Now let's look at the shower with 2 towel hooks up there. That's nice. Ooh, rainfall shower head wand. I love that. And this right here is a clothesline that connects right here. And if you turn this little knob here, you can loosen it or tighten it as you desire. Then there's shampoo, conditioner, and body wash. And a little cubby here. This is a beautiful shower. It's gray. Like I kind of want it to be a little bit more colorful, but I mean, shower is a shower, right? But I love the handheld shower head and the rainfall shower head. That's really nice. Oh, I'm missing a light. There's a light right here. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. Oh, that's better. Now you can see. It's not as dark. Okay, much better. Okay, next, the bath. And the beautiful art behind it. Oh my gosh, which is, I mean, it's the same, that's essentially the wall. So when you go to where the bed is, you see the same thing. So isn't that so pretty? So there's no window, but it's just a beautiful piece of artwork. Giant soaker tub with little bubbles on the bottom. Bath soap. And here's the second vanity. Oh my gosh, so pretty. And a vanity mirror. But you got your bath soap and lotion. And then here's the hair dryer. No attachments, just the hair dryer itself. Oh look, more towels. And more towels. Man, this thing has a lot of towels. Okay, now let's take a look at the bedroom. Oh, cute. That's from Brother Bear too. Okay, so it's a very Brother Bear themed room. You got a full-length mirror right here. Got a nice little desk with outlets. Lots of outlets. Nice little rock lamp. That's neat. All right. Little stool to sit on as your seat. And a ginormous dresser. Big drawers. Lots of big drawers. And then look at that headboard. That wooden theme headboard. That's so pretty. But yeah, see, it's two-way art. Isn't that great? It's so pretty. Then you have your nightstand with phone and the Bible down there. Great to read. And more outlets. You got your little reading light here. Lots of greens and browns in this room. Another nightstand. And then you have like a wardrobe here, which has our stuff. And more hangers. That's cool. And cubbies. And a drawer for what? Maybe shoes? I'm not sure. Okay, so it's nighttime, which I guess you can tell that by the lack of sunlight coming through the windows. So we won't get to see the full view, but I'll be sure to record that tomorrow morning because we're just staying here one night. So I'll put that in a little bit. But here is the balcony at night. Okay, so lots of stonework out here. So the balcony is very narrow. Like, you can scoot these back. But as you can see, there's not a whole lot of room between the door and the wall. And they don't have railings. It's just stone. So it's like you're looking through a window at the pool. That's cool. But over here, you start getting a little bit more room, and it's connected to the living room area. But yeah, not a whole lot of view, but like these stone windows. The pool looks fun. Got a playground in the background, water playground, and people are swimming, and it's getting cooler. It's supposed to be 50s as a low tonight. People are still swimming, so hopefully we can enjoy that later while we're here. Yeah, so there's 4 seats and 2 little tables. Oh yeah, much better view of the pool. But yeah, I'll go ahead and put the daytime view in now. And here's the view in the morning. Not only do we have a great view of the pool, but also behind it is the lake. It really feels like the Pacific Northwest. Like, take a picture of right here. Very picturesque. Like, it doesn't feel like you're in Florida. So pretty. Yeah, here is the balcony. I mean, it's so narrow over there. You don't have a whole lot of room to just sit, but it gets wider over here next to the living room. All right, got my tea with a little cream and sugar in it, Bible and journal, and construction noise in the background.
Yep, we're going to have an awesome time with Jesus.
But yeah, that is our room tour. So Wilderness Lodge doesn't really feel like a Disney hotel because it's so themed to Pacific Northwest, even though there are Disney elements to it. It still doesn't feel like you're in Disney World. But actually, this is one of the Magic Kingdom resorts. So you are close to Magic Kingdom. You're just a boat ride away. So you can't really see fireworks from here, but you can definitely hear them. And you might be able to see partial fireworks viewing from different places of the resort, but you're not going to have the same view as you would as at the Polynesian or the Grand Floridian or even the Contemporary. So this is a beautiful resort. I'm going to throw it to future Christina to tell you more about our experience. Thank you, past Christina. Okay, so the next day we actually had a chance to explore the Wilderness Lodge a little more. So while you enjoy the scenery, I'll walk you through what this resort has to offer, plus my pros and cons. So Wilderness Lodge is genuinely one of the most stunning resorts on Disney property. The whole place feels like a Pacific Northwest escape with Native American influences, Yellowstone-inspired touches, including a geyser that erupts every hour, and that massive lobby fireplace designed to look like the layers of the Grand Canyon. They even have a little information about that right there next to it. And if you're a Disney history buff like me, this part is for you. Over in the Boulder Ridge building, you'll find a small exhibit dedicated to Walt Disney's love of trains. Walt actually built a miniature train in his backyard called the Lily Bell, named after his wife, and a piece of that train is there on display. It's such an amazing detail, and the room that it's in is kind of like a quiet workspace if you need it. I'll actually be doing a full tour of this resort in a future video, so be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss it. Now, before we get to the pros and cons, if you'd like more information on this and other Disney World resorts, plus tons of planning tips, check out my detailed 60-page family planning guide, linked in the description below. All right, let's talk pros and cons, starting with the cons so we can end on a high note. Con number one, no monorail access, which is kind of a good thing because it makes you feel like you're not at Disney, even though you are. I don't know, but it's not as convenient. So you can either take a boat to Magic Kingdom or the Contemporary, but everywhere else you need to take a bus. You can also take a bus to Magic Kingdom if you don't want to do the boat. Next con is that the fireworks views aren't the best. Even though this is considered a Magic Kingdom resort, they'll still pipe in the music, but you just might not be able to see the full show. Also, the theming is more nature retreat than Disney. So if you're looking for a Disney themed resort, because you're staying at Disney World, that makes sense, then this might be not the best for you, especially if your kids are really excited for more Disney. You know what I'm saying? And as much as I like the movie Brother Bear, it's not one of my go-to movies, but it definitely fits the theme. And I think your kids are going to love the theme of this resort, even though it is not Disney focused. Does that make sense? Also, the Copper Creek cabins are amazing and great for big families. There's even a little private jacuzzi. I love jacuzzis. But they're definitely a splurge. Very pricey. But the resort as a whole, and this is switching to the pros, the resort as a whole is less expensive than other Magic Kingdom resorts. So you're close to the magic, but you don't feel like it. Another pro has got to be the gorgeous views of the lake and surrounding nature and just the landscaping and the architecture and just the design of the resort itself with the waterfalls and the fireplace. And it's just beautiful. It really doesn't feel like you're in Florida. Another pro is that this is a very quiet and peaceful atmosphere. So if you're looking for a retreat, this is a great option. Another pro is that there are 2 fantastic pools with slides, play areas, and jacuzzis, and very heavily themed. And the waterfall in the main pool actually goes into the pool, which is really cool. There's also a lot of very family-friendly recreation activities, and some are uniquely themed to the resort. So this is very family-friendly. Another pro is the dining options that are here. You have character dining with Snow White, Grumpy, Dopey, and the Evil Queen. We haven't personally done this yet, but it is definitely on our list. It's more unique than other character dining. Then you have Whispering Canyon Cafe for lively table service meals. Ask for ketchup at your own risk. Just warning you. Then there's also Geyser Point Bar and Grill, which is technically their pool bar, but it feels more like a table service quality with open, gorgeous views of the lake. This is a first come, first serve though. You can't make a reservation here. And then you have the quick service restaurant, which has a lot of comfort food. Like, we got breakfast there, and their breakfast included a giant bear claw and a delicious cheddar biscuit to go along with my egg platter. And finally, that warm, lodgy feeling you get without the actual cold of the Pacific Northwest. This is a fantastic winter escape. And we will absolutely be back. I mean, this has become one of my husband's favorite resorts, and I can't wait to experience it around Christmas time. But I want to ask you, if you've stayed at Wilderness Lodge before, what was your favorite part? And if you haven't, would this resort be on your Disney bucket list? Comment below. And thanks for watching, and I hope you have a very magical day and a happily ever after. Bye!